Nice avatar. Tell us that's a monkey. Monkey with a lightsaber. The things people invest in. My God. I don't get it. Who the hell would buy one of those? Oh, wait. That's my project. That's right. Freedom. America. Oh, boy. Good times. Good freaking times, Alpha Traders. Yes, sir. Solana, huh? I'm going to take fourth place, huh? I'm going to hop, skip, and a jump right over Tether. And Cardano. My beloved Cardano. Yeah, it's all good. And Solana, too. All right, so let's get over here on our probability chart here. Let's take a peek at Bitcoin. I like what I'm seeing. I do like what I'm seeing. So I've got a projection, Laplace distribution projection going from the 28K low and the 41K low right here. The 95.4% the distribution level that has come together right out here during this price action. We had 3 days where we dipped down below it right here. Yesterday we had a nice up day, right? I'm still a little surprised we didn't get that 2SD move. Now, we get a little shocker today, right? We get a little pullback. Get a little pullback with a nice big pump off of it. I'll tell you that. We're going to talk about that in a second. But let me peek here. Let's see exactly what we did. Yeah. So the first standard deviation to the downside was at 62.158. Right, we did dip down there. Our low today is 62.52. We almost got to the second standard deviation, which was at 61.765. So anybody that was paying attention, and definitely paying attention to the daily and weekly price action volatility range, you would understand what's going on here, right? Got a little move starting here. It's I do believe we had a little dip down to grab some liquidity out of that weekly volatility range, which is lovely. And right now, price action's above the 28K projection on the 95.4. Let's get a close up above the 41K low, which is probably 63.2 area. 63.2 area. Yeah, it's about the first standard deviation. Actually, a little lower. Easy move. This last 4-hour candle today, right? Or the 1SD on the 4 hour, 63.627. You can see right now, Bitcoin's in the daily price action volatility range, right? Top, the bottom. It was a $500 range, not as tight as I like to see, but expected a nice little ranging day. It did drop down, like I showed you on that chart, right? We got down to the 1SD right here on this move. Check the wick out. So I saw some people in the chat talking about, this is just typical, screwery. Is that even, am I making up new words? It's a screw job. It's a scam wick. This is the weekly volatility range. There's a ton of liquidity down there. This was a liquidity grab. Can you tell by the candle what happened here? 1 15-minute candle, zip, grab that liquidity, pull it right back up. And now we're dropped right back down into the daily. We're staying above the center of the daily volatility range. I like seeing that. That's good. That is really good. But there was that 2SD down here with the 95.4 Laplace distribution range as well. And that's kind of a magnet for price action. I was talking to MJ behind the scenes, telling him, we need to get away from this weekly volatility range. That was a nice liquidity grab. That might have been it. As long as we're within a couple $1,000, $3,000 within this weekly volatility range this week, you're going to see some liquidity grabs down into there. 100%. From looking at some of the charts before I got on here, I'm really looking for Bitcoin to make a move up here, at least to this 1SD on the 4 hour. 63.6, and that would firmly give us a close up above that 95.4% level on the from the 41K low projection there. Yeah, that would look real nice indeed. Or does it run up? Do we get back up here to this first resistance of this weekly volatility range? You can see what happened last time, right? Had a nice rejection off of it. But what else is up there? Right? We've been talking about this before. There's that old reverse Fisher. There's that old reverse Fisher on an ultimate power mean chart here, right? We got a reverse wave trend, reverse Fisher, and our 15 power means, yellow being the central power mean with our special little alpha trading settings. It's a wonderful thing. This indicator will be published very shortly, too. It is wonderful for trend. All right. Now, we wanted to give people a little something for some trend. Those of you, if you want to learn how to trade volatility and just trade trend until then, we've got something cooking for you guys. We really do. It's a great indicator. I'm telling you right now. Fantastic indicator. Let's go back over here one more time. What's the 95.4 at? This last 4-hour candle, 95.4% Laplace distribution range is a little over 64K. That'd be a nice move, too. That would be a real nice move, too. Fantastic. Let's see here. Okay, let's go over on the main trading chart for Bitcoin here. Let's take a look on this daily first. And I'm going to work my way all the way down to the 15 minutes, and we're going to get into some other coins and tokens, right? We're going to do this again today. Trading view. Wow. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Really? Really? Can't handle the power? What are you doing, Trading View? Is my workstation too powerful? I have too many monitors? This is straight ridiculous. Goodness gracious, man. Come on. This is tomfoolery. Crying out loud. Populate my chart. I command thee. In the power of Bilbo's realm. This little sucker. Alright, here's our wonderful alpha volatility z-score, right? And you guys, right, we did publish this public invite only. Those of you that do have the package will be getting this if you haven't got it already. Now, it's the z-score of historical volatility, right? The z-score is going to tell you how many standard deviations away from the mean is. So don't just think that this is the volatility. This is the z-score of the historical volatility. Right? So it's going to tell you, are we 1, 2, 3, 4 standard deviations below the mean? Are we 1, 2, 3, 4, however many standard deviations above the mean? And so when you learn how to read a z-score and the correlation of it, powerful indicator, it's beautiful. I like what I'm seeing on the daily too. The z-score is starting to head back up, right? I mean, it's 2 standard deviations below the mean right now, right? There's a lot of upside for this. Big time. It's positively correlated too. That's what you want to see. That is definitely what you want to see. And obviously, all 3 of the AVRs on the daily, at least the top 2, contracting, negatively correlating, telling you price action's walking up, right? We did have that big wick to the downside, but this is what, that's why. Another thing that's telling me, man, that was a liquidity grab down there. Barely a little bit of expansion negatively correlated down here. That enabled that move. But these 2 lower length AVRs really pulled that sucker right back up. There's no, on the daily, there is no bear div whatsoever on the DLP, powerful indicator for divergence. Along with the z-score of log returns, no bear div, right? Got actually from here to here, no. That is a higher high. There was a little bit of bear div back here. Boom, boom. Right? Boom, boom. Played out. Came on down. All of this, I saw somebody in the chat talking about divs. There's no divs. There's no bear div on the daily, whoever was talking about that. Absolutely not. Let's see here. Take one. That is a little bit higher. Yeah, you can see higher high. Here's the high, higher high. High, little bit of a higher high right there on the returns oscillator. Really like it. I really like it indeed. Where there is div, there's some hidden bull div. Come on, man. Let's load these charts faster than this. You got to keep up with the Bilbo. Let's go. Let's go. Get my dogs all excited. This is ridiculous, man. How's a man supposed to work in these conditions? How is a man supposed to work in these conditions? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to talk to about this crap? Huh? Looks like we need to build our own platform. Get some more servers, you scumbags. For what we pay? Kidding me right now? Yeah. Lots of hidden bull div on the 4 hour. Right? Lots of hidden bull div. All over the place. Whoop. Good stuff. Good stuff. You can see this yellow line, that is the central power mean on the 4 hour. Right? So we dipped down a little bit below that. Everything pulled back. This is the reverse wave trend. Here's that pesky 4 hour reverse Fisher. I talked about this on Monday. It's like Bitcoin. We got to get a close up here above like 60. I want to be safe. Let's say, let's check out real quick. Let's go to the weekly. You're going to change for me. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, boy. .3% weekly Laplace distribution range, 64,962. I'll feel comfortable as soon as we get some dailies up here above 65K. We get some dailies closing above this weekly 68.3. Look by the end of this week for Bitcoin up all new all-time highs. Probably first standard deviation 68.2 area. That's what I'm looking for. That would be wonderful. I just wanted to see that number, right? Because that's, like I said, that's 64.9. 64.9 is the 68.3% Laplace distribution range. It's the 4 hour reverse Fisher is at 64.2. All right, it's going to be good to get some 4 hour candles up above here, but I want to close up there above that higher level, right? 65K. That's what I'm looking for. 65K. What else is this here? The first standard deviation on these deviation bands. The second one's up there about 65.5. So if we get a pump, you're going to see the bands start to expand, probably push into that 2SD. That'd be real nice. Flat volatility. The 2400 negatively correlated. Telling you price is going to walk up. And low length as well. Price walk up, price down, right? Positively correlated, contracting, big time. So that's, what is that telling me on this 4 hour candle? Last 4 hour candle, you can see it created that, there's a lot bigger of a bear wick because of that big dip we had. But, you know, you got a wick to both sides, and this one's creating a doji too. Right now it's below the Gaussian mean of these deviation bands, so we're going to want to close above that. And I'm just looking at different levels, right? I would love by the end of the day to get this thing closing up there. Let me reset that price action. It's reset. Would love to see that close. Okay. Check out this 12 hour. My old buddy MJ swears about the 12 hour. Of course, the 12 hours is going to give me a hassle too of loading, huh? Man, it's getting a little quicker. Come on. Let's go. Well, I'm waiting on that crap. I'll go to the stream chat.
It's so good to know that it's not just my internet.
Right. Hour later for me. Oh, cool. Yeah, winter time on you, huh, Sanex? Oh, my goodness. Win Alpha platform. There's a lot of wins out there, right? The Win clan, win this, win that, win. Win present moment. That's all I got to ask. Let me see here. Yeah, that was a nice wick on the 12 hour, right? Came right down to that power mean. Almost got to it. There's the reverse wave trend. That's beautiful, though, to drop down below that central power mean, take that liquidity grab, and just suck right back up above it. Yeah, that's powerful. That was definitely a liquidity grab, big time. What's this doing over here on the deviation bands? We're above the Gaussian mean. Really like that, for sure. Look at these nice taps up here to the 2SD, the deviation bands. Beautiful. Who says trading the distribution is fruitless? I don't know, but I bet their P&L is fruitless. All right, let's check this out here. Yeah, we got the Z-score heading down, right? Negatively correlated. Price is going to walk up. Ooh. We did have that dip to get that liquidity, but boy, that thing pulled up real fast. If you were paying attention and you knew what was going on, you would have probably had some little sneaky orders down here, right? I may or may not had some sneaky orders down here in this weekly volatility range. Oh, MJ's laughing. He laughs at his buddy Bilbo. All right, let's see. Looking for anything that's sticking out to me. I mean, we've got some bear div on the 12-hour, right, from back here. But I mean, that could have been the play out of it, right? But you look over here and we got a pink histogram. There's a pink histogram telling you don't pay too much attention to this return oscillator read between returns and price action, especially the divergence. If this continued, if this was a big blue histogram right here, you'd see this price. You'd see this price down here still. It would have got stuck in that weekly volatility range. No doubt about it. Because that's the thing with an area like this. There's a ton of liquidity here. You do not want to get stuck down in there. This is what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see a rip down into it and just a pullback very quickly. Hell, that was probably a 5-minute candle. Who knows? Could drop down, but yeah, we're not going to go there. Let me check something out right here real quick on Bitcoin. Let's get my measuring tool, ladies and gents. Back this baby up here. 16 bars. Doing a little weekly projection, right? See what's happening here. See if it's sticking out. And this is the weekly projection from the 28K low, right? You can see what's happening, right? We're banging. Actually, where's that coming from? Let me make, yeah, that's not even on a pivot. Let's throw this on a good pivot so we get a good read. I mean, that's just by happenstance, right? I mean, to be honest, I mean, it is on a down move right there. It is on a down move, but guys, we're talking, this shit's under 10K right here. I don't want a weekly projection going from way back there. This volatility, especially if that run up to all-time high, it's changed way too much. If anything, this is where you want to start it here on this pullback. We had this little tiny pullback. Where did we go up to? Like 12? Yeah, 12.3K. And then we had this tiny pullback. To be honest, I don't even like that. I'm moving this baby all the way up. Let's see what this looks like. The PB2. I don't want to start it on that doji. No, I don't. Let's start it right there. 40 bars back. PB2, the big 40. Come on. You gonna change for me? There you are, you little Sally. Okay. All right. You can see what happened. So if you start that projection here, we ran up to almost the 99.7, right? Got down below the 95.4, wicked up, tested it, came down, tested the mean from that projection, right? Got down. We opened up this weekly candle right here and came down, got below the 68.3 on that projection, right? That's that pink dotted line right there. Bounced off of there, came back down, tested the top side of the 68.3. And now from the projection back here, we are back up above the 68.3. All right, so we're going to make a run here. I'd like to see a run up to this 95.4 in this week. I don't know. I'm looking for, let's see here. So that's next week. We're talking about like a $96,000 Bitcoin. You know, so what do we got? I mean, November just started. So if we're like, let's see here. Talking about right out here by the end of November, we could see $100,000 Bitcoin easily. Really good. But if you continue to run this projection, look where these come together right here, right? And that is that's February. That's the beginning of February 2022, $140,000 Bitcoin. All right. This is why we use these projections. Bitcoin can go wild. It really can. We can't contain this thing. Can't put a cap on Bitcoin. Where is 2023? Yeah, we're not going to get a projection out there. I can kind of eyeball it. I could if I stepped up the line on it. Yeah, guys, we're talking like almost $300,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2023. This thing keeps pumping. So that is going to be interesting. Interesting indeed. But just in, these next couple weeks, if it nicks around to the 95.4, don't be shocked. Do not be shocked. Bitcoin does these things. And you can see, what is that? Right up here, at least this week. You've got the 99.7 Laplace distribution at like, what is that at? 95? 95.2? 95.2. Very interesting. Put this on a monthly real quick. Yeah, I mean, it's just log returns weighted with deviation Senex. But yeah, I pretty much use it for divergence. What's that? 68.3 on the monthlies, 70K. But then you look right up here, 98.6 is the 95.4 on this monthly. Boom. And the second standard deviation normal distribution. So by the end of the month, that's matching up with that projection I just showed you, right? That'd be a great area to end the month on. Right, to maybe a tick right under 100K. That's going to be a real important spot up there. Trust me, there might be some people taking profits. Get ready for like $20,000 pullback, shit like that. Who knows? Who knows? That's why we always want to know where the daily, weekly, and monthly volatility ranges are, right? Because that's where all the liquidity's at. And if a run gets exhausted, you're going to need some liquidity. You're going to dip down into there. All right, let's go down to like a 4-hour time frame real quick. Solana up at 242. We're hitting Solana next. Everybody be patient. Patient. Boy, these charts loading like this is really getting on my nerves. How's a man supposed to work in these conditions? Got me scratching myself. My God, this is pitiful. TradingView, I'm filing a formal complaint. Although I got no damn phone number, can't contact anybody. Got to deal with the moderators who, they're a work hard. I'll tell you that right now. That's all I can say about you, TradingView mods. You're a work hard, man. You're a Mona Lisa. It's like they're trolling me on purpose. My God. Is anybody else having trouble with their charts loading? This is just stupid. This is really stupid. Come on. How's a man supposed to put a good vid out on YouTube and TradingView's cucking me like this? Got me duct taped in the corner, watching my charts load. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. One thing I do know is that there's certain parts of the planet that are getting hammered right now by the solar activity. It could be that. It just could be my internet getting hammered. Although I'm getting a very strong signal, so I don't get it. Got no VPN on. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Is there any good div to look at? Yeah, there was a good little pop. I mean, Senex, I just use it for divergence, man. I watched it. Jesus Christ. This chart's ridiculous, man. It's a comedy show for right now. Yeah, I use it for divs, is what I'm trying to get out. Definitely use it for divs. There's some good div right there, right? I mean, you get this low, you get a lower low right there. Not by much, but enough, especially when the return candles are that much of a higher low right there. Then you immediately rip to the upside. All right, it's just showing some divergence, and it was all over the place. Returns oscillator had 1, 2, right? 2 stabs. All right, bull div. The Z-score, of log returns. That's a nice steep bull div too. So that's the kind of stuff that I look for. Like right now, I mean, we're talking about some strong hidden bull div from right back here, from this low, higher low, right? Low, lower low, boom. Good stuff. Looking for Bitcoin to pop here. And yeah, it's probably my area, right? These solar flares love to come out here and hit all these California kook balls. I'm too close to them. It's okay. There are some good people in California, though. I don't want to say that. Just don't go to any of the cities. Oh, boy. Unless you want to go to San Francisco. Plenty of places to use the restroom. The whole damn city's one big toilet. It's beautiful, man. I used to go to San Francisco all the time, hang out at there's a park right by the wharf, throw the frisbee, play with the dogs. Everybody had dogs off the leash. It was a great time. Now, there's like a pile of human shit every 5 feet. It is just disgusting, man. That town's went to hell. Thank the cheesy ass governor in that state. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, Sixon. You can just whip it out. Pee right on the pier if you want, man. Dude, it just reeks down there too. And all the like CVS's, Walgreens, they're all closing down because you decriminalize shoplifting, right? They don't even get arrested. You can go in and steal $1,000 worth of shit. Right, go in the grocery store. What the hell? Use the self-checkout until you get to about $950 and 2 shopping carts and just walk right out with all your groceries. Why not? Crazy, man. We live in a crazy time. All right, that's enough on Bitcoin. What do I think about Bitcoin? Go to the moon, Bitcoin. Here's my analysis. Now, you guys got a good idea what I'm looking at, right? Definitely a good idea what I'm looking at. And I'm telling you, it's getting close. It's getting close. Watch for that close above like that 65K. We get above that weekly 68.3 Laplace distribution range. This thing is going to go crazy. Really is. But we got to get away from that weekly volatility range. All right? Got to get away from here. You're going to see some stuff like this. Right? If you see Bitcoin, you reject again like off that 4-hour reverse wave trend or reverse Fisher, pay attention. Pay attention for another liquidity grab. Because if this thing cannot get by that 4-hour reverse Fisher, there's no gas in the tank, man. You got to get it. You got to get it. Guarantee the way this thing jumped, they loaded up their tanks right here. They loaded up their tanks. Check something. Of course, the shorts are piling on a little bit. Yeah, those bears are not too bright. All right. Now, Alpha Trading, what are we doing now? We're going to go check out Solana. Solana's on a run, right? Yes, it is. And, full disclosure, yes, I have some Solana. I do have some Solana. And a ton of NFTs running on Solana. Same as Cardano. I am a holder of Cardano. Yeah, this is a beaut too. This is a beaut. I like it a lot. What is that weekly? Yeah, right now, let me see something. There's that weekly volatility range. It got tested right at the beginning of the week. There's that test. Been up ever since. Been up ever since. We are literally right now. So where are we at right here? Here was the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Ranged a little bit. Got up to the 1ST. Got up to the 1ST and rejected off the weekly R2 to the dime. They were right on top of each other. If you were paying attention, you know how to read this chart. You knew exactly what was going to happen here, right? Where did it bounce? The weekly R1 that flipped support, right? Came back up a little bit. Tested it one more time. This is what happens. These bulls and bears, man, they test each other. The algos. Algos are creating all this. If you're lucky enough to understand what these algorithms are doing, these high frequency trading algorithms, and you have indicators like Alpha Trading does, that literally is telling you what's going on with the volatility and the statistics, and then you have these probability levels where the algos are going to target. This is the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. This is the second standard deviation normal distribution range right here, right? Which it is 95.4% distribution range. So there's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin closes this daily candle below these. It doesn't have to, right? This is a third standard deviation. You get up this high, 99.7% chance you do not get by that area on this daily candle. This is why we trade the distribution. We want to know these areas algos are targeting. This is a spot right now. If you are trading Solana, you need to pay attention. It can get by this 95.4 Laplace. The second standard deviation normal distribution is a little wider. It's going to be a tough nut to crack right there, and you're going to be looking for a rejection. Solana's looking pretty strong now, right? Looking real strong. All-time highs, looking good, Solana. Let's just run it to the moon, baby. Looking good. Let's go over here. Let me pop this on Solana. Then we're also going to go over to the distribution. Maybe it's just TradingView doesn't like Bitcoin because these charts are loading a little quicker. Yeah, a lot quicker. Okay, look at Solana. Holy crap. If you guys know what you're looking at here, right? This should be one of the most important indicators on your chart, right? You should earmark this thing, man. Look at it. It's the entropy. It's the correlation of the entropy to the price action you're seeing, right? Solana is trending hard to the upside right now. It's not random, right? Literally 80 to 90% of the time, these markets are just random. Total randomness. And this is what the entropy will tell you. I mean, look at all this random price action. Out of all this, we had a little bit of trend right there. Had a little bit of trend right here. Look at this trend that's happening with Solana right now. It's huge, you guys. Very huge. And that's on the 4 hour. Lovely. And look at the variance popping to the upside. This 4 hour looks good. Looks real good. What happened down here, right? Hidden bull div. Hidden bull div. Popped like crazy out of there. Had just this little bitty pullback. I'm sure people are like, well, they're not understanding the divergence between price action and returns. We're having a statistical outlier on the Z-score right here, right? Positively correlated. Literally, and this thing is almost 2 standard deviations right now. That's the 95% confidence interval right there, the second line. We got the 90%, the 95, and the 99% confidence interval. Z-score is almost at 2 standard deviations. So that is a beautiful thing. Love it, love it. It's on the ski slope, man. It's charging down the powder on the right side of that distribution. Just mocking down that powder run. It's looking good. Go Solana, go. Have a big ass fat tail. Why not? Go to the third SD. It is looking good. I like Solana. Everything. The top two, we're expanding on the top 2 AVRs, positively correlated. That's looking real nice. It's exactly what you're seeing down here on the entropy. Exactly what you're seeing. And actually negatively correlated for a little contraction on the high length. I'll tell you right now, man, the close of the day on this next 4 hour candle, if you see contraction on this high length AVR and go positively correlated, look for a 1-2 SD move again tomorrow on Solana, which is probably going to take that thing to $300. I'm all for it. Let's do that. Up on the daily real quick. Yeah, daily looks real good. Daily's starting to trend too on the entropy. Oh my goodness, it's party time on Solana on the daily. Look at the AVRs. Every one of them is positively correlated contracting. Z-score is coming from the bottom side of the standard deviation range. It's about 1 standard deviation to the downside right now. It is positively correlated, heading back up towards the mean. That's really good. The Wolf's Bane on the daily is having an outlier. The variance is having an outlier. Look at the freaking returns oscillator, right? Look at this. It's coming off a hidden bull div. Hidden bull div. Outlier on the variance. Returns are above the zero mean. Everything's looking good, real good. Now, when I was talking about Senex, I'm talking about I watch this for divergence. We want to see, right now, this is perfect. This candle's just about as high as this high right here, so there's no div right now. And if Solana keeps pumping and we close up here by the 95 confidence interval, that is locked in. No div. I mean, there's a tiny bit of bear div right now, but we haven't closed the candle, right? So everything's just building at this point. Like I said, with this Z-score of historical volatility, popping up from the downside, the volatility band is pretty tight. Man, oh man, oh man. from what the read I'm getting here on Solana is this Z score is about to fly up to the second or possibly third, like over here, right? You're going to get up here maybe third standard deviation almost. It's a powerful move coming. I wouldn't be saying that, but the volatility band set on 2 standard deviations, pretty much squeezing that Z score. It's about to pop like crazy. I like that. And I mean, just the expansion and the strong positive correlation happening on the 2400 and the trend starting, right? It's just now cracking these standard error bands. Looks really powerful. Holy crap. Go Solana. So going, if so intraday, let's see the 90-minute here. Yeah, you can see the Z scores up here, 2.5 standard deviations right now, pretty much. Yep, 2.5 standard deviations. It looks like it's liking it up there too. I mean, look at the occurrence we had on this 90-minute, right? Look at the statistical outlier on the variance. That is a beautiful thing. Same thing over here, right? Bunch of hidden bull. Lower lows on the returns oscillator, higher lows. I mean, it's popped right out of there like a madman. Now we've got the 981 is almost expanded all the way. It's still positively correlated. It's at a 98.7. That's fine. That looks good. We're getting a little bit of expansion on the 2400. 90 minutes going back in the trend. Solana is looking strong. Like Solana for some more upside. So what do? Let's get some targets, right? This is what we do, man. And actually, daily, yeah, I can kind of project where, yeah, we know you don't like Bitcoin. So I'm going to put you on Solana. Just behave for a second. Let it load here first. Boy, it really struggles with Bitcoin. Oh, he said solo 45 minute. I'll get it. Hold on. Come on. Give me some Solana action here. Holy crap. This is a beautiful babe. This is a beaut. You know what? First, let me move these PBs up one real quick. 15. 68.3 to the 15th candle. Got it. 95.4 to the 15th candle back. Got that one. How about the 99.7? Oh yeah, let's work it, baby. So we're above the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. Oh wow. This thing could be powerful. But there's that 2SD, right? It's creeping up on it. We saw that on the other chart. I mean, it's at about 248 or 247. Is that what it was? Yeah. I mean, we almost got there, right? I mean, this thing, it's right in between the 95.4 distribution range between normal and Laplace distribution. Like I said, right? This is Laplace. It's got a 95.4% chance to close the day down here. So this thing just might range around here for the rest of the day, close inside there, and then start that runoff again. This is what I really want to do. I want to look at some weekly probabilities. Holy shit, Solana. Now let's take a little long-term look at this sweet pea. Holy crap. It's August of 20. That's a beautiful thing right there. Holy mercy. So what are we looking at here? We are past the weekly 68.3, right? It was at 236. Nuked right by. We close above there. Get prepared. You're about to see a $272 Solana probably tomorrow. We close above the 68.3. Solana's probably going to make a run up to this weekly 1SD tomorrow, considering what I just saw on that daily chart and that freaking volatility expansion happening, all positively correlated, and the trend on the entropy. This baby could really rip big time. I mean, I'm not going to hold Solana back though. The 95.4 Laplace is at 323. Second standard deviation on the weekly is 340. So those are the three targets I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at about 270. I'm looking at about 272, 323, and 340 this week, depending on what Solana wants to do. But like I said, that volatility happening on the daily, that could be very powerful indeed. Pop right over here real quick. Yeah, I can see on this 45-minute candle that pullback from the 2SV that's happening. I mean, these volatility bands are starting to squeeze down on the Z-score again. The low length looks good, right? Contraction negatively correlated, expansion positively correlated, contraction positively correlated, right? So you got two saying up, one saying down. Considering it's the 981 saying down, it's pretty powerful. And we're right at the second standard deviation. That wick makes sense. And it's a rejection off of what? First standard deviation band. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like Solana to the top side. I just gave you those probabilities. That's what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for on Solana. Pop this back onto a daily, and I'm gonna go to our next little platform here. Take a peek at Cardano, because it is up. What's it up, like 6% today, 5%? I'm telling you right now, everybody's sleeping on Cardano. I mean, I've been talking about it. So has Crown. Crown's been talking about the volatility on freaking Cardano, along with Bilbo. I like when he talks about volatility, man. That's when we really get along. Guys, this thing is just starting. Cardano was freaking flashing for a long time, especially the high length. Look what's going on right here. We're starting to expand, positively correlated. 981's expanding, positively correlated. The low length, we had a drop off the cliff right here. It's positively correlated with expansion again. This thing's looking real good. What is this reverse fissure on the daily? 234, okay. The returns oscillator on the daily is getting pretty high. That is okay. I like it. We got a blue histogram. The variance is just now turning up with the Z-score. This looks actually pretty strong, to be honest, especially when you have got the Z-score historical volatility heading back up towards the mean, right? Right now it's at about 0.7 standard deviations below, and it's heading up positively correlated. And the volatility bands are pretty tight. This thing's ready to break out. Let's see something. Yeah, there was definitely some bull div on the DLP, right? Here's from this move way back here on the daily, right? Got a lower low here, low, higher lows. So now we're getting a nice blue candle on the DLP today, finally on Cardano. Cardano's looking like it's getting ready to break out, guys. So all those people out there that have been just calling Cardano a shitcoin or whatever, man, you guys need to understand about this project. It's going to be a front runner. So is Solana. So is Polkadot, right? So is freaking Polygon. I mean, all these platforms have got these NFTs. You notice I don't mention Ethereum. There's a reason, man. They have got a gas fee problem. Everybody just kind of wants to put it in the back of their mind, right? And not think about this gas fee problem. It is a problem, right? There's a lot of big players that don't want to buy NFTs on Ethereum anymore, man. It really chews into your profits. That's why you want to know why Solana and Cardano are probably going to explode, especially their NFT markets. Holy crap, man. You're going to see a massive flood of people come over to the Solana and Cardano NFTs. I don't want to forget about Polygon, right? Yeah, there's going to be a mass exodus. You know, there is a platform like Immutable X, right, that takes care of these Ethereum gas fees. But hey, man, people are sick of it. People are sick of this issue. They need to fix it. In my opinion, you got a problem on your hands. That's a hard problem to fix. Let's see. Let's go down to a 4 hour on Cardano. Be a bit surprised to see some hidden bull. Yep, a little bit of hidden bull. Just a tit. Just a little tit. It's back here though, right? There's like, this is all lower lows right here, right? Higher lows. We're getting these pumps. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see something like this on the 4 hour here coming up on this new day, right? Especially, right? Because these Solana, Bitcoin, Cardano, they're all gonna be correlated together. They're gonna be positively correlated. And you can see, this is what I like to see. So right here, right? Pretty much there was no bear div. This little pullback that happened, there's no bear div right here. This thing looks really good, really good. There's no bear div on returns oscillator. There's no bear div on the z-score log returns. The variance is coming down, negatively correlated. That's telling you price is going to be walking up. That's why you see these wicks right here, and that's why you're getting a nice 4 hour candle here on Cardano. It's a length. I'll post it in chat. I'll post it in the chat. You got to understand, mess around with it, man. There's a freaking exponential weighting. Check that. Check your exponential weighting. You probably have the same length. You just don't have the same. You need to use that exponential weighting. In my period, I do. In my opinion, I do. That's why mine probably looks different, and that's why I'm getting better reads. Right? This is a clown-free zone. I've been using that word a lot today in another Discord. Got to call out a clown when you see him. Let's see. And I'll tell you what, if this z-score turns down to head back below the mean, negatively correlated, just like the variance is contracting negatively correlated, that's a good starting point for a walk up to turn into a big ass pump. All right. Same thing. You can see right here. The low length AVR in the 4 hours is starting to turn down, negatively correlated, and it's contracting. Same thing, correlation on 981 starting to roll over, but that's at what, 96? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for all these to probably start a contraction negatively correlated. Look at Cardano starting to trend with a nice green candle. All right, I like that. I like that. This is, you don't want to see this. That's a trend to the downside. You can see, what did it do? Trended to the downside. That's why we use entropy. We want to know, hey, is this little move we're having, is this just random? Or is this going to trend to the downside? Well, it trended, didn't it? It trended big time. Yes, it did. Powerful little trend, too. Yeah, I like Cardano, too. Cardano and Solana. Man, they look good. They really look good. Let's, boop. Polka dot. Hello, polka dot. Somewhere Donnie's dancing. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, we got some bear div. There's some bear div on polka dot's 4 hour. So we'll have to see. Now, obviously, right? Then the reason why I'm saying it, look at the histogram. It's highly correlated with price action. So, I mean, you could see a pullback here on polka dot. Especially if you get Solana ripping, you know, that's how people are, right? They'll just freaking, they'll trade Solana. You know, that's how, there's a lot of fickle people, man. They're just bouncing around. $54. So I'm going to look. I mean, we're getting a candle on the entropy telling you that the correlation is decreasing and it's heading back up into randomness. But I mean, these AVRs, they're contracting negatively correlated. So, I mean, it might not be too bad of a pullback. Will we even get one? Well, I mean, look at the z-score log returns, right? All lower highs. All lower highs. Same thing with the returns oscillator. These are all lower highs. All of them. Boing, boing, boing. There's 4 of them. You can see every one of them played out, right? Every one of these little moves played out. That builds up over the span of a long-term, oh my God, I can't even talk, of the data set. So at some point, you're going to get a big pullback. That's what happens. Divergence builds. The imbalance in the buy and sell pressure just builds and builds and builds. The long time series of a data set. Jesus. There, spit it out, Bilbo. So 52,842. Let's check Polkadot out. Where are you, Dot? You're on my other watch list, aren't you? I want to see where this weekly range is. Wasn't Dot below it? No, way above it. Where is the weekly? Holy shit, man. Yeah. Where is my time? Oh, yeah. Was that the prod? Yeah, that's Dot's freaking weekly range. Man, that thing is just tight weekly range. That's why this thing, I mean, look what happened. You get a tight weekly range like that, guys, it's wow. You kidding me? 0.003 cents. That's how wide this weekly range is. Want to see what happens when you get something like that? You get a trend like this. Weehaw, let's roll. But it has been tested, all right? And immediately, the beginning of the week, man, boom, it tested to 68.3 on that first day of the week. Been running ever since. So now I'm looking for a pullback because of that bear div. Doesn't have to happen, but because I'm seeing that positive correlation on that 4-hour read. So I immediately start looking at these weekly resistance levels that have flipped support. That is probably 3, 2, 1. Yep. 1, 2, 3. So you're talking about the least amount. We're talking like, only a couple bucks. I would more think we're gonna maybe get a move back down to here, maybe 49, maybe pull back like $5, which is probably going to be right around the first standard deviation to the downside on the new daily candle. So that would be healthy. That would be healthy. It's not a bad thing, but you can't have imbalance on the 4-hour like that without a little something happening. That's for damn sure. Yeah, exactly, man. Nice. Yeah, taking that profit. Danny's taking that profit. Beautiful thing. Let's see here. So let's kick on Dot. Oh, no, there you are. Boop. Yeah, what a nice weekly candle too, man. And look, I mean, this was the 28K low on Bitcoin, right? You can tell. All these platforms highly correlated with Bitcoin right now. Big time. Yeah, we're at the weekly 1SD right now. So there's another reason why this thing's probably going to get a little pullback. You hit that 1SD on the weekly, it's usually going to have a little pullback. Remember, algos are trading this stuff, right? So you're going to have some algos selling there. Don't think you're not. That, especially a weekly first standard deviation, it's a no-brainer to get some profit taking there. So what's the 68.3? 48.6, right? We were just looking at that on the little bit above it at 49. All right. So, oh no, that's the monthly. There it is right there. Yep, 49.1 and 48.6. This is literally right around the 68.3 on the weekly, the top side of the Laplace distribution, 68.3. That'd be a perfect place for a pullback and, like you said, Donnie, a re-entry right around there. You know, might even want to front run that little bit, $50, 49.5 or something. Not financial advice. You know how we roll. Yep, looks good. And dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we're not going to get it's kind of cutting me off. I don't know, man. It's going to be quick. It's going to be quick, probably. Although, I mean, even on the daily, although this Z-score of log returns is climbing back up, but you're going to, if that pullback's going to happen, it just needs to happen fast. Get it over with. I like what I'm seeing on the entropy, right? I mean, it's trending to the top side big time. Trending to the top side. Got some contraction negatively correlated, contraction positively correlated flat. So yeah, this thing's telling me it's definitely going to pull back first a little bit. But you know how crypto is. You can just say, screw you, Bilbo. We're running the top side. Go for it, man. And then it cancels out everything. Then all that div, right? It's gone. That's all that needs to happen. That's why you got to understand the divergence between the returns and price action. And look where the reverse wave trend is, 46.8. I mean, you've got this power mean up here, about 48.4. Interesting. That's why you need to understand the divergence you're looking at here and where you're at on your VRE and your weekly distribution level, right? It's up there right at the first standard deviation on the weekly. So there's a better probability of the pullback happening and happening quick too than it not happening. You know, I mean, we'd like to say, oh no, just go to the top side, but the variance is coming down, positively correlated too, on top of that bear div. So it's not going to shock me at all to see a nice little pullback here. Nice little pullback. What time is it? 2:53. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to... You at Matic? Let's check out Matic. What's Matic look like on the... start on the hour. The Z-score of historical volatility is sideways, 3 standard deviations, heading positive, slope up positive correlated. Yeah. Hidden bull div. Variance coming down, negatively correlated. And starting to head back down in the trend on the daily. But yeah, the low length is contracting, negatively correlated. Positively correlated contraction now on the 981, and just a tick of expansion positively correlated. But this thing, yeah, Matic actually, any div there is good div to the top side. So Matic's looking good for a move here. Where are we sitting on the weekly? Let's see. Where are we on the weekly volatility range? I mean the weekly. Sorry. Here you are, little polygon, changing names on me and shit. I know it's been a while. Yeah, there was the weekly range down here, right? Freaking so, boy oh boy, look at that tight range yesterday it had, right? Didn't have a big trend, but look at the last bounce off that tight daily range. Whoop! It trended big time to the top side. Still kind of a tight range though. Right? And it was down here messing around since the beginning of the week in this weekly volatility range, right? Just gathering some juice for this move. Literally came back down, almost tested the daily. I mean, that's the same thing. It's coming down here to get some liquidity probably. Now it's finishing the day strong above the 68.3 Laplace distribution. Where's the weekly? Crap, how high is this thing going to be? It was up there by the 2SD. Man, those are far apart. Is that the same to the downside? Yeah. Yep, there it is. It's a big weekly range, man. Monster. So that baby is up there. Yeah, $2.25. It's looking good. Let's see though, right? Pop this on the daily real quick. Both the AVRs are saying walk up, and we got hidden bull div. The variance is turning back up, negatively correlated. I'm telling you what, if this thing ends on a strong day, it doesn't even have to end. If it just ends right where price action is right now, the correlation is probably going to turn positive. But you're going to want to see the Z-score, right? It's about 0.4 standard deviations above the mean. You're going to want to see it turn up positively correlated. I like the DLP candle. There is no bear div on it either. No, we haven't even got up to that high yet, so that's looking good. We're starting to trend again too. It's definitely starting to trend, the entropy. Like I said, negative correlation, contraction. It's going to walk up. And the first standard deviation band on the daily is 246. I bet that is up at the... Yeah, close. No, that's the monthly, actually. There's the second weekly, 257. There's probably going to be a daily standard deviation or Laplace distribution range right in that area. That would make sense for a move up to there if it really wants to get hammer time. 100%. Let's see. Matic. Matic on the weekly. I like that price action. I don't even have to look at these levels. That's just a good weekly chart. That is a good weekly chart, right? What are we doing, Matic? All-time highs. I'm talking candle closes, right? That's all that matters, right? Let's get that straight first. You want to see where these candles close. Those are the highs I'm looking for. That's what's important. But you got to realize, too, this is volatility range. That's what this is, right? That's why when you see people plotting support and resistance lines on freaking data set candle closes, you're missing the whole point. Now, I'm talking about all-time highs. I want to see candle closes, not the wicks, because that was all volatility. But if you're going to plot support and resistance lines off of data sets, which I don't agree on, here's my support and resistance, right? Deviation levels, volatility ranges. Those are my support and resistances. I don't use data sets because volatility is creating these data sets. But if you're going to do it that way, understand that volatility. Save yourself some money. Extend this, right? You got to understand how to create these freaking support and resistance areas. If you're going to trade that way, at least do it right, for Christ's sakes. That's all I got to say about that. I don't care how you trade. Everybody's going to trade differently, right? Just do it. Take your profit, man. Take your profit. You can be a donkey and a monkey throwing darts at a dartboard, and you can make money if you take your profit and limit your loss, right? I mean, that's just a fact. First standard deviation on the weekly is at $2.65. We're not going to get a Laplace distribution read. I'll tell you what I am seeing, though, on the weekly. But that's why. Just need a big week. You need a 1SD move. Need a 1SD move. Let's Matic, get a bigger weekly returns candle. Close this week up here by the 1SD. You don't want a lower high because the divergence on the weekly, it ends up being powerful. You want to see a good example? High, lower high, lower high. High, higher high, higher high. Bombs away. That's the way it works, man. That is the way it works. Big time. Same thing goes for this, right? You got all these lower lows. Got all these higher lows. Whoop! Let's go right back up to the upside, right? And then what happens here? High, lower high, high, higher high. Whoop! Right back down to the downside. What happened here? Low, higher low. We get one day up, boom. But then you got a low, another lower low, high, another higher low, and now it's really flying to the upside. Divergence between price action and returns. Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. That's going to wrap us up. Covered what? All these nice platforms, right? Cardano, Solana, Matic. Is that what we did? Bitcoin. Yeah, I think so. Tomorrow I was going to jump into a little Avalanche maybe. And I know there's some people out there that are just dying to get screwed by gas fees on Ethereum. So I'll check out Ethereum tomorrow as well. All the power to you. You want to trade ETH and get robbed blind? Knock yourself out. Ethereum, the great gas scam. If you don't see it like that, I can't help you. I mean, literally, what the hell's going on there? Right? It is. Yep, you're welcome, Senex. So if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, we are Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. The link to our description, or link to our Discord is in the description of the videos. Come check us out. Follow the welcome message. And I want to thank everybody for watching live in the Discord. And we're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Thanks, guys.